Hey guys, Dave here, Amateur Hour Restorations. Got my Chevelle back in the garage, so we're gonna start working on the getting the outer wheel wells replaced, the trunk extensions, and getting this quarter cleaned up. I do have quarter skins for the car, so we'll be putting them on here in the near future. So stay tuned. Right, there's today's project. We're going to be stripping down this quarter panel, getting it ready for replace. I do have skins to put on it. So as you can tell, it's got some rust down the bottom. I cut that out. The outer wheel wells, I do have those. I do believe I have to splice them in because it being convertible. I think the outside ones are different from the coupes. I do have trunk extensions for it also. So we're going to pull the back bumper off of it and start getting some of this filler out of it. As you can tell, it's on there. So we'll knock some of that down, see what we're actually working with, and go from there. Alright guys, went ahead and marked it with a gray marker, just outlined it. This is the section I'm going to cut out for now. I'll probably have to come up in this area. Wait until I get this cut out. I know the inner fender well is right behind here, and I believe right here it's actually probably glued to panel bond or something back here, what they used to use. So you don't want to cut really deep into this or you get in that. Even though I'm going to replace most of the outer wheel well, I don't want to cut into it real bad. So let's go ahead and start getting this thing cut out. It's getting annoying. Full charge. Won't run cutoff wheel. Well, as you can tell, somebody else has been here before me. I would assume this got hit right here, pushed in. Laid it over the top of the old quarter skin there. Well, you know what to say. is what it is. So there's that foam panel bond or whatever they put in there. So yeah, we'll end up might as well just come up here, cut that out, because I know my skin comes up to there, and I'm probably gonna seam it 1/4 inch from that. So we can take some more out and see if I can actually replace the whole thing, or if I just have to come here and patch the outer section into it. Which either way, gonna be some work. So let's go ahead and cut the rest out, see what we got going on back here. Yeah, she goes way up in there. So we're definitely gonna make that a challenge. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go no higher than that anyhow. I don't know. I guess I could seam it on the top. All right, guys. Now this is what I was talking about. There's a difference between the 2 doors, coupes, and the convertibles. This is just convertible only because it has to have room for the top to come down and lay. And this is a replacement outer wheel well. And as you can tell, it's rounded. So, and they do not, as far as when I bought these, nobody makes these. So I'm gonna have to come in here and probably cut up and through here. And from the damage here, this all got shoved in, so I'll probably come right along there, all the way back, and down here and over, and patch all that in. So I'll have to get this up in there, get a rough idea of what I can do with it, and start making the cuts. More than likely I'll just come right on the top of this and around through here just to start fitting it in and see where I'm at. They do have the alignment tabs, which is what you're supposed to shoot for when you're putting them in. And there's the holes in the back and the front and the back. So that's where this is heading as of right now. There's the only thing I don't like, this kind of flattens out where I still got that radius, so I might have to make a cut or two here, fold that in a little bit. But we won't know until we dig into it, so that's what we're gonna do. Now I did break out the old Harper Freight cutoff wheel. My DeWalt seems to like to eat the batteries up. I probably won't be buying too much more DeWalt stuff. Not been too happy with the rest of their products, so maybe it's time to start hitting some Milwaukee stuff up. So yeah, let's go ahead and just cut down through here. Stay away from where I want to cut, and we'll start fitting it up in there. Alright guys, before the GoPro dies again, this is where we're at. Got the trimmed out, it's got it screwed into place. I do have a slight gap back here, so I have to figure that out. I'm pretty sure this is just made wrong, so I'm I'm gonna go ahead and put the, I've already had the quarter on it. Didn't fit bad, but as you can see on the quarters over here, they go all the way down and wrap around the bottom, which these cars do not do that from factory. They come down and fold over and get welded right there on the it's probably not quite 90 degree, but I would rather do that than have it come over here and cover all that stuff up. So that's what's going to happen. So that'll probably be here later. It's Christmas and no kids. I think me and the wife's gonna go out and go see a movie or something. So we'll continue this probably later in the week. All right, guys, I figured I'd get you down in here a little bit. Took off a massive amount of filler that they stuck under here. So you can see where welds, kind of hard to see in there. Probably one there, I think one there. These are all pretty exposed. So I'm gonna take excuse me, just take a 1/8 inch drill bit, kind of put a little center in them. And I'm gonna use just a drill bit. So I figure out where I left it laying. There it is. So we'll just get a little center going on those. Alright guys, that's where we're at right now. Finally got the other one out. I'm going to save you the trouble watching me struggle, which in my infinite wisdom, when I put the floor pan in, looks like I put 2 spot welds in. So I'll have to make a patch, fill that piece in. Then it was a struggle getting that, so I'll end up making a new piece of metal put in there, but it fits pretty good. Nice up there. Then go down here. Got that all fitting pretty good. I don't like that too much, so I'll end up doing some work on that. That is still the old quarter skin on there with the skin over the top of it, so I'll make some adjustments to that. Not sure. I'm definitely gonna end up adding some metal to the back of it, because it is not even close to being out where it needs to be, or I might even just trim this back a little bit and fold that out, but more than likely I'll just add some metal to it. Yeah, pretty good fitting down there. I did just put the skin on just to see how it fit. Not too bad. Fits good around the outer wheel well. nice and tight fit there. Trunk drop, I'll have to do some work on that down there to make it a better fit, but that's not a huge deal. Then right there, I'm glad I didn't cut that yet, but that will have to be cut. This will fold up and set in here on top of that. Then I'll cut straight down here, come down, cut across the bottom, and make the bend to fold that in to go up inside there. But I'll probably play around with the quarter some more before I actually make that cut. Did cut the end off. It'll eventually be probably out around here when I do the weld in. So I'll let myself plenty of room. And I'll do some more work to this. This here will get put in. I'll cut that out. This will all be gone down here. But, that'll replace the rotted out section down in there. So, but all in all, it's lining up pretty good. Body lines are good. So I will eventually just drill some 1/8" holes and attach it to the car. That way I can just put it back in the same spot while I'm making adjustments. Then if I want to move the quarter, I can just take the fittings out of it and re-drill holes where I want it. But it's probably where I'm going to stop at for a day for a while. I know I gotta go run into town here in a little bit and do some stuff for the kids and stuff. So we'll continue this video here later. Alright guys, a couple days later from the last video. Down with the flu for a couple days, so I didn't get out here to do much. This is actually Saturday. I did record last Sunday when I got home, but it was, if I remember right, raining, so I didn't run in the house, get the GoPro, just came out and did some work. But this is where we're at now. I got the quarter roughly cut out. But the other one's going all the way up to here, so I got plenty of room to excuse me, to cut that one in. The only place I'm really seeing an issue is kind of ain't blended too good there, but a little hammer and dollying to make that all fit. I do have the outer wheel well. It's cut, fitting in there. I'd have to do quite a bit of work to it to make it fit right. Had to tweak it down through here. I think I might get it back on, see how that looks. I think that's going to pull up in there pretty good. I still have to cut and bend that to slide up in here. Guess I need to turn my other lights on, because it actually folds up and the lip goes in here and gets welded in, so I'm going to remove that. I thought about just patching that corner up, but I'm like, ain't no sense of doing it. I'll just cut that out, put that on the brake, bend it, and put it up in there. So I guess what I'm probably gonna do now, I'm gonna go to Herb's here later and work on the charger. Probably just go ahead and start cleaning this up around here what I can, and start getting probably put some Pour 15 on everything I can reach. I still gotta get up in here and clean all this up, which from the fields that don't have no undercoating on it. It don't get undercoating till it's back here, so shouldn't be too hard to clean up. But yeah, I'll probably film a little bit of it, but I'll just keep bringing you back in as I get progress done on it. So all right. Okay, little update. Got the bottom of the original quarter panel out. I'm going to go back and excuse me, weld up all the spots where that one's going to be a tricky one because it's up underneath the brace. Probably have to bend the brace out to get to it. But I'm going to weld up all these spots where I cut through a little deep just to get them closed up. I got a wire wheeled off for the most part. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll wipe this all down, get it cleaned off, and pour 15 all this. Then I kind of just roughed up all this, and I'll end up pour 15 that, probably once I get the outer wheel well situated and all burned in. So I'll end up taking the E-coating off of that. I'm not a big fan of the E-coat myself. But yeah, just a little update on what's going on. And it came off pretty easy. So that's just an update on progress. This is pretty much how this video is going to be. Just kind of a here and there situation. So keep watching.